Welcome to MMA MADE, the best MMA show around the world. Mighty Devin Debo Taylor. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Wonderful.
Yeah. How's that? How's your how you doing over on that side of the? Hold on. Oh, shit. Okay.
You good over there?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm fine. I'm good. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Perfect. How you doing, man?
You know what? I'm feeling like Hendo right now. I got robbed. You know, this is a tough one for you to be quite such a jackass of MMA on, because it's a very bad decision for you to be this much of a jackwagon.
Hey, I can't tell the judges what to do, man. I can't tell the judges what to do. Hey, I will say maybe I got lucky. I'm not saying Cowboy didn't win. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying maybe I got lucky. We'll leave it at that.
This right here, this is why I am the new Jon Jones of the show, okay? I will become the douchebag of the next ultimate level because you bring it out of me.
Wait, does that mean I gotta do random drug tests on you? Because if you test for blow, I'm gonna fine you for MMA.
And I'll go to a one-day rehab. I got no problem with that. But you make me want to be classless. The next win that I have, it's going to be beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to be such a jack, just like you. Oh, I love it. I'm looking forward to it.
You know what? I'm not worried about it because the belt's just going to stay over on this side all season, baby. Yeah. We'll just keep it over here.
Yep.
Hey, this is chess, not checkers, just like you always say.
You see what I live with? He gets a bad decision.
No, it was a good decision for me. It was a great decision. I thought it went very well. Hey, Boston strong, baby. Boston strong. You know what? In Vegas, I gotta say, Cerrone probably wouldn't have won that fight in Vegas. Probably wouldn't have.
I hate him so much. I hate him so much. There's no living with this guy. Like,
you know what,
when he loses, we skip right over who's got the belt. We skip right over it.
Let me see.
We just, let's talk about next week's fight.
You want to hold it for a minute?
When he wins, look at it. Oh, you want to hold the belt? I'll leave the belt. It's gonna be. I mean,
we'll have to wait and see if he can actually pull that off. Speaking of which, I know he's gonna try to dispute it, but I went back and counted season 1. I won the first season. 11 to 8. 11 wins to 8.
No, 10-9 for me. Fans, please feel free to go back and watch.
Feel free to go back to season 1 and count the wins.
Yeah.
11 to 8. He won season 2. I gave you season 2. You won 12 to 8. I give you that.
Yeah, his math terrible on season 1.
I'm the one that counted season 2. So maybe I won that one. Maybe should I go back and count that one too?
Yeah, you should.
Maybe I won both seasons.
Yeah, count it again.
Maybe I should.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't even care. That's the past. Right now is the win that I got now. So
when you watched that fight, you didn't think Cerrone won.
Well, you know what? If you're at the house watching with me, you would have known.
Here's the important part. When you watch it, Cerrone doesn't think he won. That's how you know. All the judge need to do is go, hey, do you think you won? Nah, man, I lost that fight. He got it. Oh, okay, cool. You know what? We actually thought you won.
I thought Debo was going to be here watching with me. Here's the picture I sent to him while I was watching the fight. Yeah, he didn't really like that picture too much. But some people came over and hung out. He didn't. What the hell were you doing on a Sunday night anyway? Why weren't you hanging out with your
I have
boy?
Other things to do, man.
You don't have anything else to do?
I do have other things to do. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on. The belt's in my way here. Let me put it out of the way. It's just taking up too much. I don't really mind it. It's Anyways, let's get into the show. We got a couple things. I'm just going to run through some things that happened today in the media, in the MMA world. I'm going to throw it out there. You chime in real quick. We'll bounce it back. Kimbo Slice in MMA, in Bellator. Your thoughts?
Really big deal. Really a big deal here. No one cares.
All right, next person. Crow Cop back in the UFC.
Even more people care about. No one cares.
Damn it, I thought this was big news.
No, not exactly.
Really?
I mean, they got names.
What
that's
about
it?
Kung Lee retires?
No, I still don't.
Damn. Ricardo Lamas does a in-person video of Conor McGregor. It's pretty funny, actually.
This is actually probably the best of all of those. You know, I mean, this... And the best part, I would put money on Lamas.
Really?
Yeah. Against Conor McGregor? Yeah. I'd take that fight.
Like, in a street fight with, like, weapons or, like, in the cage?
In the cage.
Wow. I'm definitely keeping this belt all season. That's all I can say with the statement like that.
When Conor McGregor can show me some takedown defense...
Dude, Seaver tried taking... Whoa, wait. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Are you putting Seaver in the same class as Ricardo Lamas?
No.
Because that's why you will not have that belt very often.
Well, we'll find out about that.
It depends on how many decisions you can just buy your way out of.
Hey, I'll call people up. I don't care. Anyways, what about Scott Coker shaking things up? Super relevant fight. Chet Congo against King Mo.
A relevant fight, but how is this relevant?
That was
because
sarcasm. That was sarcasm.
It's at heavyweight. So if I'm King Mo fighting at, what does he call it, money weight?
King Mo fights at money weight.
Yeah, so he can go up to heavyweight and lose, and it doesn't really matter, but, you know, I don't even know what to say about it. Bellator's kind of all over the map. They're putting on good fights and interesting fights, but maybe not very relevant for the individual weight classes.
Yeah, okay. Last thing before we get to the meat and potatoes, right here. This thing is beautiful. I got this right before Christmas. Nice little gift. These are MMA art. It's art, basically, by a gentleman named Guy Smalley. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
You like that?
Yeah.
This is a snowman in a storm. He does beautiful pictures. And if you're an MMA fan and an art fan, this is the guy to see. Guy Smalley on Twitter at Cartoon Logos. That's him.
Is that you over there on the left?
This one?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, who is it anyway?
That's
That's Liz Camouche.
Yeah.
Gorilla. That's funny. Anyways, check it out. You can go to his Twitter. He posts pretty much every picture that's in this book. It's on his Twitter. Check him out. Awesome. And thank you again, Guy. I really appreciate that. Okay, let's get into it. This past week,
The three for
Sutherland. 3 for Sutherland.
The 3 for Sutherland. It did not go my way.
I
didn't pull the trigger on Pitbull. I wanted to, and I hesitated, and for a good reason, because Daniel Strauss beats the hell out of him.
He does. So that's Friday.
3.5 rounds.
Friday night, Bellator. Yeah, and it was a weird fight because Daniel Strauss kicks Pitbull 2 times in the junk.
Pretty square.
Pretty good. Junk. Pitbull was not happy. Then Pitbull lands a knee to the stomach, catches his shin to Daniel's cup.
You kicked me in the junk twice. I want to get you at least once.
And then Daniel pokes him in the eye unintentionally.
Yeah, so he kind of deserved to get.
It was
deserved to get put to sleep.
No joke. I think this fight was between the 4 or 3.5 rounds they fought. I think the fight was probably stopped at least for 2 minutes. Accumulative.
Which helps with the cardio.
It does help with the cardio. You take a little break. It's like an extra, it's like mini rounds.
Keeps the fight,
It wasn't a 3.5 round. It was more like like 6 mini rounds.
Exactly. Nice.
But Daniel is beating on him, dude, and he makes a mistake. Pitbull taps him.
Yeah, I mean, that's a part of the game that Pitbull's got that Strauss doesn't have yet.
It almost, not quite the same, but similar aspect where fighter's going in, it looks like he's just dominating the fight. Chael Sonnen Silva won. Where Chael's just beating up Silva, literally comes down to the last 30 or 60 seconds last round, and Silva taps him. Kind of the same thing, didn't go to the 5th round, but it's a similar thing where Daniel's like, hey, if I get through this round, the next one, I probably have the title.
Yeah, I mean, by then he was pretty close to coasting already, but at that point in that round, he's winning that round, he's got it all won, he can kind of coast, but, champions pull out wins.
Yeah, they do. Speaking of which, back real quick, Douglas Lima, speedy recovery. That's the reason why Chet Congo and King Mo got added to that fight because of Lima pulling out. He can't fight against Paul Daly in the British invasion next month at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. That's the reason for that. Back on pace to this weekend, World Series of Fighting Jake Shields gets a submission first round. He does not go to a decision.
So we now know Jake Shields is able to tap out kickboxers.
Yeah.
So way to get a finish. Good job.
I mean, that's come on. You got to give him a little bit of credit. Brian Foster has 12 submissions. He's got more wins by submission than anything else.
Yeah, because he like hits people, they fall over, and then he chokes them. Like,
well, it's a valid point, but still.
But yes, hey, regardless, Jake Shields getting a win that doesn't come by a judge's decision. Awesome for him.
Honestly, it's almost like signing his death certificate, because you know who he has to fight next? Harris.
Yeah, that no one wants to fight him right now. He's on a tear. He's literally on a tear.
Yeah, like
he's
tearing ligaments.
He's tearing limbs off, and yeah, no one wants to fight him over there.
No, it's
he released the last leg lock. Kind of.
Man, you know, I was at that fight. Like that was that World Series of Fighting that I got to go to.
He held it, man.
Last, he did, man. I was pissed.
He makes the ref literally like remove him. Like he doesn't, like he feels the tap, doesn't let go until the guy has shoved him off.
Come on, man. You're going to tell me you don't know how, when the ref says stop, stop, man. I don't care if you speak English or not. You've been fighting that long. You know what stop is.
Yeah, it's bad. You know, I wouldn't want to fight him. I mean, it's just not worth it. If he rips your leg off.
I was thinking about like hitting him when he was walking by me. Speaking of which, big shot. When I was going to run like as fast as I could. Luckily, he was like on the other side of the fence. But he's, you know, the fence is only yay high. And I'm like, man, he was holding the belt. And I'm like, I can knock him down real quick. And then I'm going to run because he's going to rip my leg off. Big shout out to Corey, by the way. He, one of our fans, he hung out with us at the show. It was cool, man. We got to hang out, have a good time. So shout out to Corey.
He wouldn't have helped you. He would have.
No, he probably would have ran too. I mean, because he's breaking legs. And I felt real bad when I was interviewing. I didn't want to interview John Fitch. And we did. We got that interview with him. But I felt bad. The dude's sitting there in a freaking leg splint. You know, like, it's just bad. I didn't want to bug him. I mean, but he was in the media area there to, you know, be there for the fans. And there wasn't a lot of people there, quite honestly. There was only about 6 fighters in the media area to interview. So he was one of the 6. And I just felt bad, dude. But, you know, I respect John Fitch, and he's been in the game for a long time. And you know, I wanted to get that interview with him and take advantage of the situation. Not in a disrespectful way, but, I mean, if he was willing to do it and sit there, then, you know, I didn't want to. I mean, if he's going to be there, he might as well do it, right? Not waste his time. So, yeah, so basically now, Sunday, a great day of sports when the NFC championship game, AFC championship game was just horrible. NFC was crazy. And then fight night in Boston, couple weird fights. Obviously, the Cerrone-Bendo fight.
Terrible decision, people. Terrible decision. That's all there is.
You know,
to say.
it's. I have to go back and watch
Cerrone doesn't think he won. Bendo is positive that he won. That's all that I need. When the fighters who were in the cage know who won, and then the judges are like, I don't know. They're giving different rounds. If you look at the scorecard, they're giving different rounds to different people. MMA judges are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I was going to say, it's getting old. It's just getting old.
I'm glad you brought that up, because the funny thing is, the round that they give Cerrone unanimously was the round that I thought Bendo won. So it's... But here's the thing, too. When you're watching a fight live, you know this because you've been there. When you're watching a fight live, you don't have the same vantage point when you're watching on TV. You definitely have the advantage when you're watching on TV.
You have the advantage if you are a paid judge and that is your job and that's what you're supposed to do. That's who should have the advantage.
You know, I don't argue that. They should have. Not that they do, but they should. I definitely think the viewer at the home. But here's the thing. I'm watching it with emotion. We've got the belt on the line. Obviously, I mean, when they came down to the decision, I thought Bendo was going to get the decision. I'll be honest. I thought he was going to get the decision. But Cerrone gets it. Am I going to be like, oh, here, hell no, I'm going to take the belt.
But the trash talking didn't quite seem necessary.
It's necessary.
Off a bold decision, that's the part that turns me into Jon Jones.
The trash
now when I win, all of his fans, you take your break bones shirts and you wasted your money. That's how Jon Jones gets to that level.
Should I make
people trash talking like this?
Should I make the hashtag Champ Mighty shirts? The limited edition?
Yeah, they're going to be very limited edition. Yeah. Very limited edition.
Sell them in that way when people buy them, you can be like, you wasted your money. But honestly, that conversation might not ever happen.
Maybe you plan on writing just bad decisions all year long. That's fine.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
I know you are. I know.
I'm going to go out in public. I'm I'm gonna take pictures of this when I'm dining out, when I'm hanging out. We're gonna, you know what? This is gonna travel the world with me. I'm very excited about this.
You know, you barely leave your house, dude, and travel the world.
I'm traveling the world of Contra Costa County.
Oh my.
The Yay area. Anyways, this coming weekend, fight night in Stockholm, Sweden. So basically, the 3 main fights. We'll start off with the third going to the main event. Phil Davis against Ryan Bader. I don't want you to feel like I'm jumping on your coattails, so let me tell you how I feel, and then unless you want to start. What do you want to do? I'll let you go.
We've already done one take, so he knows. He knows.
Nobody knows that.
Yeah, he knows everyone that I picked, so he's gonna pick them all because he knows. Then that way he gets the belt by default.
No.
And I get so sick of him doing this. And that's fine.
Hey, I'll insert the original so they can see that my picks stay.
I already told you who I was going to pick before that. It's fine. It doesn't matter. You're the champ, so you get to do that. That's totally fine. I have to pick which upset I think is going to happen. Okay?
You can agree with me.
I picked Phil Davis. He hopped on my coattails. Obviously, the Musasi versus Hendo.
Can I at least break down some stuff?
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. I mean, we're doing a show here. You're talking about something from the past. Hold on. Since you got all quirky on me, I'm getting in position here so I can talk about this properly. All right, so we both picked Phil Davis. We got that already out of the way?
Yep.
So anyways, we got Dan Henderson against Musasi. So here's what I got to say about this. You know what? The belt's too heavy. I got to put this down. Hold on. So Musasi, even though he just lost to Jacare, you know what? Hendo, 44 years old, can't take TRT anymore. He's only won one of his last 5 fights. His only big his only big chance is landing that H-bomb, which Debo probably wants to land on me right now.
In my head, that's what I see. It actually looks, it's very similar to that right there.
Anyways, I take Musasi to win. Who do you got on that one?
I also agree. Musasi will probably win that fight.
Do you like my analysis on that one? Did that go pretty good?
Love your analysis.
Thank you.
It's a great analysis.
So let's go to the main event. We got Anthony Rumble Johnson, a bad man, against Alex the Mauler Gustafsson. This is what I'll say. Rumble Johnson, love him. He's a beast at 205. He's on a tear, but we're talking about a person he's fighting that arguably beat Jon Jones last year? The year before last, 2013, I think it was, right?
I think so.
September. Yeah, 2013. I mean, he knows how to use his range. He's a good fighter. I just don't... I see it being a long night for Rumble. I think it goes unanimous decision, Gustafsson.
And I have to pick one of those 3 for an upset. So I'm going to go with the guy who I think has the best chance. I could see...
Dan Henderson.
I hate him so much. I hate him so much. I am actually going to pick...
Drum roll.
Rumble Johnson.
Rumble Johnson. Hey, you know what? No, that's a good pick, man. Seriously, Rumble Johnson's a beast. He's a wrestler.
I want to say that I think Ryan Bader has a decent chance.
Ryan Bader got tapped by Tito Ortiz.
But I think there's going to be a lot of wrestling involved. And,
wrestling?
That one's going to go to decision. There's only 3 rounds. Maybe I get the ugly decision like this guy, and then I get to, I know it all.
He's in Stockholm. He's white.
That's actually a very good point. Because I don't think Rumble's getting the help from the decision at all. They're not going to give him any of the
Couple seconds left. Who you got?
I call it.
Scott with Rumble?
I'll stay with Rumble.
Boom. Let's do it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. This has to be one of my favorite episodes ever, just so you know.
I hate him so much.
Devin Debo Taylor, Mighty. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.